Hey guys, welcome to Satisfactory. I just landed on the planet and wanted to start at this point. I want to talk a little bit about my goals for the playthrough as I get going here, um, and give you some ideas of where I'm headed with this series here.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod.
Thank you, Ada.
The drop.
I
Next
guess right out of the
objective,
gate, what I'll tell you is that I'm not necessarily following the story too much. Um, Really, my interest in this game is the building aspect of it, and I'm not talking negatively of the storyline, but I know it's
potential
kind
edible
of.
collected. Eating it and
Thank you again, Ada. It was definitely one of those things that they added kind of later into the game, and I don't know. I've heard it doesn't make a huge difference whether you follow it or not. So I think I want to just go ahead and kind of do my own thing here. Alright, so I'm going to focus primarily on building. Also, a few goals for this, in addition to that, is that I just want to progress further into the game. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot more experience in this game than I do. And so, I think the highest I've been is tier 5 or so. So, midway through the game, I guess. I think there's 9 tiers total now. So yeah, I just want to go further into the game, and then also, like I said, I want to take some of those concepts and ideas, turn them into reality in the game. I love the building aspect. Along the way, I would love for you to have your ideas, your suggestions, any comments that you want to give, advice. I welcome that, so you're not going to hurt my feelings on that. I'm trying and do the best that I can. Just keep that in mind. So I'm no pro. Don't claim to be a pro, and we'll see where this leads me. Okay. You can also see that I'm in the Rocky Desert here. The reason why I decided to go ahead and choose this area was that a couple of reasons, really. Hold on here.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly
So I
coated
chose.
spine, suggesting it preserved.
Stop, Ada. Okay. So I chose this environment for a few reasons. Number one, I've never actually built in this area before. I'm new to it, not familiar with all where the resources are, although I did do a little bit of research. I know that they recently buffed this area. They added some coal here. Over on the coast, there will be some additional coal nodes, which is going to be nice once I get to coal power. Also, it's relatively flat. You kind of look around. It's not too difficult of an area to build in, which is nice. It's going to be nice for me progressing into the game. So that's one of my thoughts on this and why I moved over here. Looking for a specific area. Alright, so I made it to where I want to be in the Rocky Desert. It's towards the west side. The coast is right over there. The reason why I'm choosing this area is there's a lot of medium nodes here. A lot of iron. We've got copper just right over there. Limestone's just right over the hill over there. So it's going to give me a good start. I'm trying to save the pure nodes for the bus system that I want to build later on. So these medium nodes are going to be good to craft all of the items I need to be able to build larger factories and things. So, or at least as I get going, I should say. So this is a good starting location. There's pure nodes over there. Notice how flat it is. That's probably where the bus system is going to eventually go. This is all going to be the starter area and crafting items for building. Okay, so I guess the first thing to do is to start getting rid of this iron ore here. I'm actually going to put my hub over here, roughly right in the middle between the limestone and copper and iron over here. I think that's going to help me out. I'm going to go a little bit towards the iron over here. order in which I'm going to unlock stuff. I'm just pretty much going to follow what they have here. So I think this makes it easier. I think Satisfactory does a good job of laying it out early game, telling you basically here's what you need to automate. Also, you'll see me craft large amounts of items up front, but the plan is to get automation going as soon as possible. So instead of just crafting 10 rods, and then I'll probably need rods in the next upgrade too, instead of crafting more, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go over and get a bunch of iron ore and then craft several iron rods that will hopefully last for a little bit until I can actually automate that. So that's the goal anyway. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to mine a little bit of iron ore manually, and then I'm going to go craft as many rods as I can. And I'll probably come back and do the same thing for plates here in a minute. Okay, pretty happy with that. I'm going to come over here, use the crafting bench to craft ingots, and I'll be back here in a second once that's done as well. Okay, I feel like 100 ingots is pretty good here. I'm going to switch over to iron rods, craft about 100 iron rods. Quick tip here, if you've got two different stacks of the same item and you know that they can stack, just clicking the sort button here will combine those stacks into one. Keeping your inventory looking nice and clean as well, and putting groups of items together as well. I'm going to go ahead and craft more ingots, and then I'm going to craft a bunch of iron plates as well. That'll get us probably to the next milestone as well. I think you need plates and rods, I think, in the second one. We'll see. Okay, so crafting 96 iron plates. Let's see what we can unlock here. Let's come over here. Okay, I can drop in the rods. Okay, that upgraded. Got me personal storage, which is great.
Storage and frame.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just drop in all the leaves, all the wood there. I don't need to be carrying a lot of this. That frees up my inventory a lot. Okay, let's look at the next hub upgrade. Okay, so this is where we get a smelter, and we also are going to be able to get into copper. Smelters are really going to help us out as well. We also got the portable miner and the last upgrade that we just unlocked. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just unlock this real quick. Okay, automatically looking better. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to get 3 portable miners on each node. So 3 on copper, 3 on iron, and 3 on the limestone over there as well. So I need enough resources for that. So let's come over here and let's craft a workshop. Okay, right now I can craft 15, so I'm just going to need really a total of 9, so that's pretty good. We have got 9 portable miners, and you'll notice that now they also stack, and we've also got a second slot for our hand. So we'll put 3 there. I just happen to know where these nodes are at, so we're going to come over here. I'm going to drop 3 on copper. I'm going to come back over here. By the way, you should always pick up leaves and wood when you can. From one of my previous videos in pre-season, somebody told me I could hold down E and collect these, which is a very handy tip. I didn't know you could do that. I was just repeatedly smashing the E key. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Here's the limestone node. Just drop 3 on there as well. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. It's going to give me a few items of limestone as well. Now I'm going to need concrete pretty quick. I'm just going to wait until these fill up, and then I'm going to pull everything out one time. That'll give me 300 limestone in addition to the 49 I already have in my inventory. That'll keep me from having to come back over here for a few minutes at least. Okay, so the miner stopped, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of that limestone out of all 3 of these. And again, that's going to keep me from having to walk back all the way over here repeatedly. I want to try to make as few trips as possible, speed up progression. And sometimes that means a little bit of patience. It may not speed it up, maybe, but it feels less frustrating to me, at least. So not having to walk back and forth all the time. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. Let's go ahead and look at Hub Upgrade 3. Okay, so this is where we get constructors already. We also get wire in here, or it requires wire. So what I will do is I'm going to spend a little bit of time crafting again, I think. Actually, no, I won't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the resources out. And I need to craft just enough to be able to get at least 2 smelters going. One for copper, one for iron. We'll need a constructor to do anything with this limestone. So that's the next tier. Or next milestone, I should say. So I'm going to come back over here and let's see what we need to do to craft 2 smelters. Easiest way to see that is go into your builder. I'm just hitting Q on my keyboard. Go in here. I'm just going to add 2 smelters. Looks like I need some wire, so I'm going to spend a couple of minutes here crafting some wire for the future. Alright, craft some iron ingots, or copper ingots rather. Okay, so you can see that I spent a couple of minutes here crafting 100 cable, 200 wire. That should last me for a little bit. And then what I'm going to do from here is get my 2 smelters going. Okay, I was wrong. I can't do 2 smelters at one time. I've got to do only 1 because I don't have any power poles. So let's just get 1 smelter going. For right now, we'll start with iron. And I just need to put some leaves in there. Yeah, we'll start with leaves. I guess might as well put 500 in. 500. That'll get the iron ingots going. So I just dropped in 100 iron ore, and that's making ingots for me. Well, let's go ahead and just get upgrade 3. Let's knock that out. If I go to the right place, let's go over here. I should be close to having enough rods. Now I just need to craft a couple more. Drop in the rods. We'll send that off. Now I can get both these smelters going. I will need some concrete for that though, so I'm going to take this limestone that I pulled out and make 100 concrete, which will last me for just a little bit. Okay, got my 100 concrete. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and trade out this line right here. I'm going to let's pull out a power pole right here that we can expand from. Put another one right in between these 2 smelters, and we will power both smelters now. Okay. Next up, I need to get some parts automated. And probably concrete as well. So I need at least 3 constructors. Alright, which is going to require, I can see over on the right side of my screen, I need 6 reinforced iron plates, which I know takes screws and iron plates. So let's see, we've got plenty of iron plates. We're going to need screws crafted. So I'm going to come over here where this is already going and drop in more ore to keep that going for now. And I'm no longer going to have to produce any iron ingots. Instead, I just need to produce screws here. Oh, I lie. I'm going to need rods first. I'm going to produce roughly 200 screws, I think. Okay, I've got plenty of screws, but now I used up all my rods, so I'm going to go ahead and manually craft at least a few of those. I've got them in my back pocket. Okay, there we go. Well, it'd help if I crafted my reinforced iron plates. So I've got at least 6. I've got 7 reinforced iron plates. I've got enough to build a couple of constructors. What let's do is let's get rods going. and we're going to get wire going. Set that to rods, set this to wire. One other thing I'd like to do, I want to set up one more constructor. Let's see if I've got the power to do it though. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, we're going to set that right there. I'm going to change this one to concrete. Grab this limestone, and then I'll throw that into the constructor to make concrete for me. One of the ways that you can avoid just, manually crafting everything is get stuff automated as early as you can. It's going to free you up to do other stuff. The numbers go up drastically pretty quick. So if you get in the habit of manually crafting, you're going to find yourself pretty early into the game sitting there at that crafting bench for quite a while. So my goal is let's get as much automated as we can. Alleviate a lot of that manual crafting. Of course, we're going to have to do a little bit of it here and there until we get a lot of other stuff unlocked. But for the most part, I want to try to avoid time at the crafting bench. I know that's kind of boring for you guys to watch as well, so trying to avoid that a little bit. Really all I'm doing now is I'm just keeping this loaded up. I can see that I already ran out of copper, so I'm going to come back over here, pick up all the copper ore that I can. So we're in pretty good shape there now. Now let's see what the next hub upgrade is. Okay, so belts. So that's going to be pretty nice. I'm probably going to, not use this right out of the gate. I'm going to wait until I have the Mark 1 miners. But I can see what I need here. Just need a little bit of cable. I'll probably have to manually craft that. I'll probably switch over my constructor to be building plates instead of rods. So that'll help us out there. I've got plenty of cable and concrete, but I am missing plates rather. So let's come back over here. We can fix that pretty quickly. Let's go right here. I'm going to grab everything out, and then I'm just going to switch that to iron plates, drop in my iron ingots again, and we'll let that do its thing. While that's doing that, this is a good time to go around and pick up leaves, more wood, all that stuff. Okay, we only got 34 plates right now. What I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time here crafting a little bit more cable. I've got 48, which is fine, but I've got a lot of wire coming out, so that'll keep me afloat. So I'll bring it back up to 100. Okay, got exactly, or not exactly, but I got 76 plates. A little bit, one more than what I need. So I'm going to drop that in, and we will go ahead and upgrade that. Okay, so this is the one that I'm really needing, is that Mark 1 miner, so I can get rid of, or at least go away from the personal miners a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we need. I've got plenty of concrete, got plenty of cable, got plenty of rods. Let's go ahead and send that off. So let's see what's in the next one. Okay, biomass. Okay, we're in pretty good shape right now. What I want to do, though, is I want to get away from having to move resources back and forth or move it from machine to machine. It's time to get everything automated, where I'm not having to run back and forth, and all I'm really having to worry about is keeping the power going. So, what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and just get rid of all this. Maybe I have enough space, we'll see. Just going to clear all these machines. Okay. Looks like I've got enough space. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up these miners. Okay, we're good there. Alright. What I want to do is I want to use these 3 nodes right here. This one right here will be plates. Okay, and then that is going to produce, let's look at it, it's going to produce 60 ore per minute. And I want to go from that miner to the smelter, which can only take in 30, so this isn't going to be super efficient. So I'm setting that to iron ore, but it's going to produce 30 ingots for me. And then that's going to go into a constructor, which is going to produce iron plates. So it's bringing in 30 ingots, producing 20 iron plates. And then let's just have that go straight into a storage container if I can. There we go. Oh, I don't have enough plates, so I'm going to have to manually craft a few. You know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Well, let's get these powered up. Only need one plate or fuse to manually craft that now that I've got these machines. So let's bring power in. That's now mining. That should be now smelting. And that should be producing iron plates here in just a second. So I'll give that a couple minutes to run. That'll put some iron plates in my pocket. Also, you see all this extra iron that I've got. I don't need to be carrying that on me anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop that in the machine as much as I can. Okay, there we go. Should have enough plates to get that up there. That's good. I'm going to need plates to do the next line, so I'm going to do, oh man, come on, power. Let's drop in. So I've got this extra biomass burner now, which I can use both of these. That'll use up less power, less resources in the biomass burner. So turn that back on. That should last a little bit longer. Okay, I'm just going to wait just a couple of minutes. I'm going to go around again, collect more leaves, more wood. I know I'm going to need it, so I'm going to let that produce iron plates for me. Okay, so I went and grabbed a few more leaves, a little bit more wood. Now I've got 48 plates. That should last me at least a few minutes. We'll see here. So next up, iron rods. Let's get that automated. Okay, miner, again, producing 60 iron ore per minute. Let's drop in extra iron that I've got. It's going to go into the smelter, which is producing 30 iron ingots, and then that is going to go into a constructor, which I'm going to set to iron rods, and it can only take in 15, so again, not efficient. I need splitters and things like that to be able to make it a little bit more efficient. But this will at least get it automated where I'm not having to babysit it all the time. Again, we're kind of in one of those situations where I need additional rods to be able to build that. Got a few rods out of there. Should be enough to get that storage container built. We'll get those rods going into there. We're producing 15 per minute right now. I'm going to drop in some additional iron ingots as well. I say let's get concrete going next. I think concrete feels like you're always short on concrete early game, so I'd rather get that going as quickly as possible. Again, I don't know exactly what I need, so let's see. I know I'm going to need a Mark 1 miner, and that's going to go directly into a constructor, so it doesn't require a smelter. So it looks like I've got all the resources I need. I can come over here and get that built. You know what though, I'm going to need a storage container, and sure enough I don't have enough rods for that, so I've got to go back and get those. I'm going to keep pulling plates out of there because as we're building these conveyor belts, I know that those use plates and uses them up pretty fast. Okay, picked up those miners, don't need those anymore. Let's go ahead and set up a miner here. Have that go back towards the hub. I don't like the angle of that. Let's, there we go, that looks a little better. Okay, we're going to set that to concrete. Again, let's see how much we're producing here. We got 60 limestone per minute. And drop in the extra that I've got. Drop in the extra here as well. Okay, so 60 limestone coming in. It requires 45 per minute, so I've only got 15 extra, and it's only producing 15 concrete per minute. So not producing a lot, but at least it's something. By the way, I should show this as well, just in case you're not familiar, although more than likely you are. But I'm just holding down control. Once you see that line there, means it's lined up, snaps to that as well. You want that to be a gradient. The green means it's going out. The orange means it's coming in, so when you see that gradient, you know you're headed in the right direction. So we've got plates, rods, and concrete going. Next up is wire and probably cable. Let's go ahead and look at our next hub upgrade. Let's at least make sure that we've got these things automated. So I'm going to go ahead and select that milestone. So we definitely want wire going. So I'm going to come over here. Again, let's use our to-do list to figure this out. So we're going to add a miner, going into a smelter, going into a constructor, going into a storage box. Okay, so I'm missing rods, and I need to craft, I'm going to have to manually craft some more reinforced iron plates. Looks like I've got everything. Let's go over here to the copper. Let's pick up our miners and clear space for the actual miner. So again, producing 60 ore per minute. We're going to have that go straight into a smelter now. That can only take in 30, so again, not super efficient. It's outputting 30 ingots. That's going to go straight into a constructor, which is going to produce wire, and we'll drop in as many resources as we can. I've got way too much copper on me. Okay, and then that will go into a storage container. Okay, let's get all this powered up. Ooh, I don't know how power is going to do on this. We're going to see if it can handle it. Nope, cannot handle it. Dang it. Okay. Gonna have to leave that unhooked for a minute. Okay, not completely the problem. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and fire that back up. Should run at least the iron and the concrete. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, even though I don't really want to, let's look at this. This gives me the biomass burner, which allows me to add power. So let's see. What do we got? Okay, we only got 37 rods, not enough plates. We do have enough wire anyway, so we're good there. I need to keep rods and plates automated, so I can leave the copper for a minute here. Haven't quite got enough of those yet. Again, this is time to go pick up leaves, wood, those kinds of things. Go explore a little bit. Ooh. There is a place where I can get a hard drive right here. Should also give me some additional resources, more than likely, right around it. I don't know what. Okay, so I see wire there. We fight these animals and then pick that up. Okay. Got rid of those. Let's see what we got around here. Okay, so we got some rods. There we go. That's going to help us out. We got some rotors. 40 rotors. Oh my gosh. Oh, plates too. Okay, that's going to help us out a lot. Quite a few reinforced iron plates as well. Let's see what it's going to take to unlock this. Oh my gosh, already got enough. So I got me a hard drive. Thank you, Ada. Just so you're not familiar, basically it's going to allow me to unlock some other recipes. Oh, I see another slug over there as well. We'll go right over here. We will should have enough now to upgrade. More than likely I've got more than enough, since I found a lot of those resources over there. But we'll go ahead and pull out the extra rods, extra plates, just to ensure that. And then let's go ahead and get that milestone 6. There we go. Alright, so it looks like we got all of Tier 0, or the onboarding, completed. So I'm happy about that. What I want to do, let's get copper going. So what I need to do to get that going, though, is I need to get at least one biomass burner going. We're going to drop in some resources there. Oh, you know what? I don't want to use that. I've got biomass now, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull all of this out, because it is not going to be, that's not very efficient. And let's manually craft the biomass. I'm going to craft, I think 600, so that'll give me 200 for each. Well, 200 for the biomass burner, or I guess, sorry, it'll give me 200 for each biomass burner. Okay, 2 of them are built in. One of them is separate. Okay, I thought there was a separate name, but I don't think there is. Yeah, this is biomass burner. So drop in 200 there. Drop in 200 there. Drop in 200 there. That's going to help me out. Also notice this actually produces 30 megawatts. This only is 20. So between these two is 40, and this one gives me an additional 30. So that's going to help me out quite a bit. Okay, we got wire going. I want to get cable going next. That's going to require 2 constructors. I'm just going to put it right next to it here. So what let's do is let's use our to-do list again. I know I've got a miner going into a smelter, going into one constructor producing wire, another constructor producing the cable itself, going into the storage container. Looks like I've got enough of everything. We're gonna check that. We'll see. Let's see. Do I have plenty of? Yep, I got plenty of plates for the conveyors as well. So I think I'm in pretty good shape here. So miner going into a smelter. Going into a constructor. Okay, let's confirm this. Okay, we got 60 iron, or not iron, but copper ore going into a smelter, which can bring in 30. Again, not efficient. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop my ingots in there and all my ore that I've got on me. That's going to produce wire. And then that wire will go into another constructor. Okay, it's ugly clipping, but we're going to ignore that for now because I know I'm not going to keep this too long. Okay, so we're producing 30 wire per minute. It can actually take in 60, so yeah, we're only going to be producing actually 15 cable per minute. That's enough for a little while. We don't need a ton of cable. As long as we got it somewhat automated, I think we're going to be in good shape. Let's bring over power. And get the miner and the smelter going as well. Let's look at a power consumption. Okay, so max power consumption, you can see that by the light blue line here, is still underneath the capacity, so we should not kick the breaker even if everything's running, so, or the fuse. So that's good. So I have completed everything that I set out to do. I wanted to get all of the basic items at least automated. Again, it's not efficient. I think the next video, that's where we'll get into that. We'll expand on these, get more produced a little bit more quickly. This is not enough to start building some of the bigger bases and get the bus and all that going, so I'm definitely going to have to expand on this. That'll be in the next episode though, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you would, go ahead and subscribe, like the video. If you've got any advice, any recommendations, if you see that I did anything wrong, I would like to hear it. Feel free to throw it out there. Again, I'm not saying that I'm perfect in this game. There's a lot of people that have a lot more experience in it than I do. I'm just kind of giving my opinion on things, including like the manual crafting and all that kind of stuff. So if you would, let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. Look forward to the next episode with you guys. Have a good day.